Before the modern nation of Malaysia took its place on the world stage, this land was a vibrant crossroads, a meeting point of powerful kingdoms and bustling ports, teeming with activity and ambition. It was a melting pot of culture, a place where fortunes were made and destinies were intertwined. Ships from the far reaches of China, the diverse lands of India, and the aromatic shores of Arabia sailed here, braving treacherous seas and unpredictable weather. They were drawn by the allure of exotic spices, the gleam of coveted gold, and the promise of precious woods, treasures that were highly sought after in distant lands. These commodities fueled the engines of trade and shaped the destinies of empires. The Malay archipelago was far from a quiet backwater. It was a lively and dynamic place where different cultures mixed and mingled, creating a rich tapestry of traditions and beliefs. This constant interaction and exchange gave rise to a unique way of life, a blend of influences that shaped the identity of the region and its people. The Srivijaya Empire, strategically based in Sumatra, rose to prominence and skillfully controlled the vital straits of Malacca and Sunda, the maritime arteries of the region. This control allowed it to become a strong sea power, projecting its influence far and wide across the archipelago. These straits were like the main roads, the essential pathways for the age-old trade between the vast empires of India and China, facilitating the flow of goods and ideas. Srivijaya's considerable wealth and its dedication to Buddhist learning attracted monks and traders from all corners of Asia, turning the empire into a hub of intellectual and commercial exchange. Later, the Majapahit Empire, with its roots firmly planted in Java, experienced a period of significant growth and expansion, bringing much of the region together through a combination of its strong army, which ensured security and order, and its smart government, which fostered prosperity and stability. Even today, Majapahit's influence lives on, a testament to its enduring legacy. We see it in the language, the art, and the customs that are still shared across the islands, connecting the present to the past. These empires were not solely the creation of powerful rulers and ambitious leaders, but also the result of the collective efforts of farmers, fishermen, and traders, ordinary people who brought their unique beliefs and time-honored traditions to the mix. Hinduism and Buddhism, with their profound philosophies and intricate rituals, arrived with Indian traders, leaving behind a legacy of stunning temples and sacred sites, such as the remarkable ruins found in Keda's Bujang Valley. These early kingdoms, with their complex societies and intricate trade network, set the stage for a connected and active region, a place of constant movement and exchange. Their combined influence created a vibrant network of people, goods, and ideas that profoundly shaped the Malay world, leaving an indelible mark on its culture and identity. With these foundations firmly in place, the stage was set for the next big and transformative part of the region's captivating story. Out of these old empires, the Sultanate of Malacca appeared around 1400, started by Parameswara. A story says a mouse deer's bravery inspired the city's start. Malacca's good spot on the Strait of Malacca made it the best trading port in the region. Ships from all over Asia stopped here, making a city full of different languages, cultures, and business. When Islam arrived, it turned Malacca into a center for the new faith, bringing different people together under common rules and culture. The laws of Malacca brought order, attracting traders and helping everyone do well. Malay became the common language, taking in words from Arabic, Sanskrit, and Chinese. Malacca's best time was a mix of cultures, food, and traditions. But this time of doing well would soon face a big challenge from far-off lands. The world was about to change forever. News of Malacca's immense wealth had spread far and wide, eventually reaching the ears of ambitious Europeans. The tales of exotic spices and lucrative trade routes ignited the imaginations of merchants and monarchs alike, making people dream of controlling the spice trade and establishing a foothold in this vibrant region. In 1511, Portuguese warships, formidable vessels of the time, appeared on the horizon, signaling a new era of European influence in Southeast Asia. These ships, led by the determined Afonso de Albuquerque, launched a strategic assault and successfully took over Malacca, marking a significant turning point in the city's history. This conquest brought an end to Malacca's golden age, a period of prosperity and cultural flourishing under the Malay Sultanate. To solidify their control, the Portuguese embarked on the construction of the imposing Fort A Famosa, a symbol of their power and a strategic stronghold. They aggressively tried to control all trade, aiming to establish a complete monopoly over the lucrative spice routes that passed through Malacca. However, their harsh and often exploitative rule led many traders to seek alternative ports, disrupting the flow of commerce and diminishing Malacca's prominence as a trading hub. For 130 years, they held Malacca, leaving a lasting impact on its culture and infrastructure, but also facing constant resistance and challenges to their authority. Despite their efforts, Malacca never fully recovered its old glory, remaining a shadow of its former self under Portuguese rule. In the 1600s, a new European power emerged on the scene, the Dutch East India Company, a formidable trading organization with its own ambitions in the region. The Dutch, strategically working with the Johor Sultanate, launched a concerted effort to kick out the Portuguese, finally succeeding in 1641 after a protracted siege. Unlike the Portuguese' focus on religious conversion, the Dutch primarily cared about making money and expanding their commercial empire. They recognized Malacca's strategic importance, using it as a key spot to protect their spice control and maintain their dominance in the region's trade networks. They left their mark with distinctive red brick buildings like the Stadhuis, which still stands today as a testament to their colonial presence. However, under Dutch rule, Malacca's overall importance gradually faded. This was because the Dutch increasingly cared more about Batavia, their colonial capital now known as Jakarta, shifting the focus of their operations eastward. The arrival of Europeans in Malacca and the surrounding region brought about profound changes. It ushered in new technologies, introducing advanced tools and instruments that had previously been unknown in the area. It also brought new religions, with Christian missionaries actively seeking converts and establishing churches. And it introduced new ways of control, with European powers implementing their own systems of governance and administration. Old ways of trade and power were irrevocably broken, fundamentally changing the region forever and setting the stage for a new era of global interaction. The tangible signs of these colonial powers are still clearly seen in Malacca's buildings and communities, a living testament to its complex and layered history. The stage was now set for the next big change, as the balance of power in the region continued to shift and evolve. The British would soon arrive, drawn by the strategic location and economic potential of the Malay Peninsula, changing the land once more and ushering in a new chapter of colonial influence. The British arrived looking for trading spots and new riches. Francis Light started Penang in 1786, and then Raffles started Singapore in 1819. These, with Malacca, became the Straits settlements under British rule. The discovery of tin caused a rush, bringing Chinese immigrants and changing who lived there. The British gained more control through agreements with Malay sultans, bringing in a new way of running things. Rubber soon became very important thanks to plant expert Henry Ridley and the world needing tires. Indian workers came to work on huge farms, adding to Malaya's mix of people. Train tracks and roads connected the inside of the country to the ports, helping the economy grow. The wealth of the land flowed out, making the colonial power richer. Old ways of life changed fast as communities lived side by side, but often separately. The British era set the stage for a modern, many-cultured Malaya, but new problems were coming. In 1941, Japanese forces attacked Malaya, breaking the idea that the British couldn't be beaten. The Japanese moved fast, taking over the peninsula and Singapore in just 70 days. The occupation brought hard times, not enough food, cruelty and fear under the Kempeitai. The Chinese community suffered a lot, with killings like Suk Ching making many join the fight against the Japanese. Malays and Indians also faced forced labor and harsh treatment. Even with the cruelty, the Japanese promoted Asia for Asians, planting ideas of wanting their own country. When Japan gave up in 1945, the British came back to a changed Malaya. The people had gone through suffering and seen colonial power defeated. The wish for self-rule and independence grew stronger. Old colonial ways couldn't just be put back. The scars of the occupation made problems worse, but also woke up a new spirit. The path to independence had begun. Malaya would never be the same. After the war, the landscape of Malaya was irrevocably changed. The echoes of conflict lingered, but a new spirit was beginning to stir within the hearts of its people. The push for self-rule grew stronger, fueled by a desire for autonomy and a rejection of colonial control. The people yearned to shape their own destiny. The British, seeking to maintain some influence, suggested the Malayan Union, a proposal intended to streamline administration. However, this sparked strong opposition from Malays, who feared the erosion of their rights and the dilution of their cultural identity. They saw it as a threat to their heritage. Dato' On Ja'afar, a charismatic leader, stepped forward and formed UMNO in 1946, a pivotal moment in Malayan history. UMNO played a crucial role in bringing Malays together against the Malayan Union plan, uniting them under a common banner of resistance. The Federation of Malaya eventually took the Union's place, a compromise that addressed some of the Malay concerns. This new arrangement gave the sultans their traditional role back, recognizing their importance as symbols of Malay heritage and leadership. Meanwhile, the Malayan Communist Party, seeking to establish a communist state, started a guerrilla war, plunging the country into turmoil. This conflict led to the 12-year emergency, a period of intense fighting and social disruption that tested the resilience of the Malayan people. Amidst the ongoing fighting, a beacon of hope emerged. Leaders from the Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities, recognizing the need for unity, formed the Alliance Party, a groundbreaking coalition that transcended ethnic divisions. This alliance showed that coming together was possible, even amidst the challenges of a diverse society. The alliance's big win in the 1955 elections unequivocally showed the people's overwhelming support for independence and self-determination. Tunku Abdul Rahman, a visionary statesman, led crucial talks in London, and after much negotiation, the British finally agreed to grant Malaya its independence. On August 31, 1957, a date forever etched in the annals of Malaysian history, the Jalur Gemilang, the newly designed flag of Malaya, was proudly raised for the first time, and the cry of Merdeka, freedom, echoed across the land, resonating with the hopes and dreams of a nation reborn. A new nation was born, free from colonial rule, built on the foundations of working together, mutual respect, and unwavering hope for a brighter future. The journey to true unity and prosperity had only just begun, but the spirit of Merdeka would guide the way. Malaya was finally ready to make its own future, to chart its own course on the world stage. And the dream of a bigger, stronger group of states, a unified Malaysia, was coming soon, promising even greater opportunities and challenges ahead. Independence in 1957 was just the start. Tunku Abdul Rahman imagined a group of states with Singapore, Sarawak, and North Borneo, Sabah. The idea was to create a stronger, more stable nation. Singapore's Lee Kuan Yew supported joining, while Borneo's leaders wanted protections for their special cultures. The cobbled commission found most in Sarawak, and Sabah wanted to join, with special rights protected in the Malaysia Agreement. The Philippines and Indonesia were against the plan, leading to strained relations and Indonesia's confrontasi. Despite problems, Malaysia was declared on September 16, 1963. The new flag showed unity among different states and peoples. In 1965, Singapore left, but Malaya, Sarawak, and Sabah stayed together. Malaysia became a mix of different ethnic groups, religions, and cultures. The journey was complicated, but the base for a shared future was set. The nation moved forward, embracing its differences. Building a nation meant creating a shared identity from many cultures. Bahasa Malaysia became the national language, while other languages and traditions were respected. Food became a symbol of coming together. Nasi lemak, dim sum, and roti canai were eaten for breakfast across communities. Mamak stalls became places for all Malaysians to gather. Traditional arts mixed different influences, while the native cultures of Sabah and Sarawak were celebrated. The Jalur Gemilang flag became a strong symbol of unity and pride. Malaysia's special character was born from this ongoing cultural mix. Today, Malaysia is a modern, active nation shaped by its rich history. Kuala Lumpur's skyline, once jungle and tin mines, now has world-famous towers. The economy has changed from tin and rubber to making things, technology, and tourism. Malaysia Boleh, Malaysia Kan, shows the nation's drive and strength. Problems still exist, balancing differences, fairness, and change, but the spirit of unity continues. The story of Malaysia is one of hope, strength, and the ongoing weaving of a lively, many-cultured fabric. From old kingdoms to a modern nation, Malaysia's biggest success is its unity in diversity.